Hey guys, sorry about the delay. So, how are you doing? I'm doing so great right now, if you cannot tell. But anyway, so first off, there was somebody in the course, Matt, who wanted me to make a video on, things like, how to deal with, a package when the love all comes in, basically, is what he's asking. And I said to him that I would try to, but to be frank, there just isn't enough tangible information about that. He was also at least asking a bit on like how to, drag, the heavy ass love doll box up and down the stairs at least. And as far as going up the stairs with one, you're gonna have to get a dolly. And going down the stairs, when I dragged it down the stairs like I did in that, like I was explaining in that video, I like those stairs are kind of shitty. I mean, otherwise, I would not recommend you guys drag a 240-pound box down the stairs, especially if your stairs are nice stairs, because that would ruin the paint on the ends of your stairs. So if you can, just get a dolly, like I just said. And when you're going through the plastic wrapping, get a pair of scissors. And when it comes to opening the box, depending on what it is, kind of like the real doll box that I had to use a hammer and a also had to use a T handle to get the drill, should I say, bits out. But you could also use like an impact drill or something to get the bits out. But I just used a T handle. And for like some of the things that are keeping the box closed, you'll have to use like either a crowbar or one of those claw hammers. I'm sure you recognize the claw hammer. They're pretty common. But anyway, so yeah, there just isn't any good way to put it. Just get some help if you can when it comes to one of those heavier boxes, let me tell you. Anyway, so yeah, there just isn't enough information to make a video on that. So I'm sorry about that, but there just isn't. I mean, I kind of feel like if I made a video on that, I would kind of be making a video on how to make peanut butter and jelly. Is the reason why I don't really care to make a video on that. Granted, if you guys want me to make, a video on how to make peanut butter and jelly, I mean, I don't really think that you guys need me to do that, but if you ask me, I will, I guess. Anyway, that's just how some people are, though. There are actually some people that actually don't even know how to make peanut butter and jelly. It's crazy, isn't it? Anyway. So, moving on to the other questions in particular. Jeez. Let's start with the first one here. Looking to get into a doll for alternate reasons. I'd like one just to stand in the corner and wear cosplay outfits like Slave Leia and Tifa outfits. Will standing, sitting positions damage the silicone? And is cleaning that important if you have no intention of having sex with it? And I just said, well, if it has the standing feature, it's okay while standing. Even with silicone, if you always have. It's like fucking turning off. If you always have clothes on it, it can make impressions in the material, even if the outfit is loose. It can't sit on soft surfaces for a while if it's silicone. As far as cleaning, I'd say at least once a year, maybe two at the most, without sex. That's if you're not having sex with a doll. So yes, you do have to minimally clean the doll, because over time dust will get on it, etc. Also, the things that were made to clean the doll are going to be wearing off, and even with silicone, it absorbs a little bit. So any dirt that gets on it, it might absorb a little bit over enough. At, and here's another one. At least you have t-shirts. I just use the same three t-shirts each month. And I just said, I remember those days when I used to have no t-shirts. This person asks or says, I mean, I want an anime doll, but communist one in my country. The USD is fucking crazy for it. I don't have a job due to this pandemic, and it won't be too long till the commies destroy our country or economy, and the conservatards in the U.S. forbid small dolls, but forbidding small dolls in the U.S. market will start to disappear due to being the U.S. biggest buyer for these types of dolls. And I just stated, which country do you live in? Yeah, communism sucks more than some people think. That and socialism, which is basically the same thing, agreed the pandemic has lasted long enough. Do you mean childlike dolls or just small? Because those are two different things. And he never answered me back. Alright. And this person, of course, asked me, do you prefer TPE or silicone dolls, and why? I just said, I prefer silicone to be frank. Not only do they look more realistic, they're more laid back with care. It is more resistant to most things TPE is sensitive to, like impressions and discoloration. I still think TPE is a good material, but you have to spoil it just like a child almost just to keep it long term, which is why I'm wondering if I'm ever going to get one again, to be frank. This person asked me, did you have to pay full price up front for your love doll? My real doll in particular. I did, but there is an option to do it in multiple payments. But you have to do it within a few months. So you really don't have that long to pay, within multiple payments, which is why it's kind of better to just save for at least most of the money up front ahead of time when it comes to getting a doll that expensive, let me tell you. So can you tell me if Silicon Wives is a scam? And I told him it looks legit enough. And the reason why I stated that is because I have, of course, seen the site many times, and I have never seen anybody say shit like, oh, it's a scam site, or anything like that. Because I have looked into it before. Then the prices are reasonable, etc. Not that I just judge just on prices, but I think you get my point. So that was the same one. Okay, so this guy has been sending, messages in the boards lately. This one was a few days ago. I bought a WM doll for $2,300, and the vagina tore after 3 days. There isn't enough material in that area. I didn't abuse the doll in any way, just regular use, and she tore. I don't like the fact that the body never warms up, no matter what you do. It's like a cold slab. I don't think the best TPE doll maker. I don't think I'll be buying another doll simply from the fact that WM is the best TPE doll maker and the doll tears from normal use. I need a repair kit from that comes with extra TPE material so I can put extra material in the vagina region of my doll that should have been put there during the manufacturing. Yes, yeah, good luck with that. And I just said, that's strange because I normally don't hear these complaints from WM dolls and from anybody. I mean, and I had a WM doll, and yeah, he sent another message a day or two ago on my Before You Buy Starbury Love dolls. Starbury silicone dolls are very nice and look like real women. Whatever. A lot of the doll makers make dolls and put children's faces on them, including Starbury, by the way. I bought a WM doll and it tore in the crotch after 3 days of ownership. I didn't abuse the doll in any way, whatever. WM is supposed to be the best doll maker. My next doll purchase will be the Starbury Silicone Amy doll. If I'm disappointed with that purchase, I'll never buy another doll. Whatever. Okay, so first off, and I didn't state this to him, so, okay, you made a mistake once by buying a doll that you don't like, so then I guess what you want to do is buy another doll anyway. So what's the logic in that? When you weren't satisfied the first time, but then it's like, oh, I guess I'll just buy another one anyway from a different supplier. I mean, come on. And but I posted to him, like I said, I've never heard of those complaints about WM dolls. I had one myself and it didn't have that issue at all. I don't think they're the best doll vendors anyway. By the way, are you an advertiser? And I asked him this because it kind of just sounds like he's giving off a sales pitch is what he's doing to get people to buy Starbury Love dolls. Now, if you want to buy a Starbury Love doll, I'm not going to judge you. It's just that this guy just kind of seems like he's full of it. By the way, when I was dismantling my TPE Love doll, which again was a WM doll, and I was trying to cut into it, it didn't just cut. I actually had to deliberately put some force behind the cutting just to cut the damn thing. These things don't just fall apart. Anyway, some of these dolls look amazing that I'm seeing, but they need to make a skeleton lighter for bigger dolls. I stated to him, even for the bigger, more expensive dolls, a lot of the weight is the rubber material. But I think we all agree that we wish these things were lighter. And then he posted back, so then the TPE or silicone that is so heavy, wow. This is an answer that I've been looking to solve for a couple of years. I thought it was a skeleton mostly. I bashed on so many people for in Japan, poor Japanese people for this, lots of laughs. I literally hurt people's feelings. Thanks for clearing that up. And I said, yes, I actually stated this in the video was actually pretty light. I'd be surprised if it was more than 10 pounds. So just for anybody that just lays down, a comments on one of my videos, you might want to look through my videos first and actually watch the video before you make a comment like that, because sometimes I just don't think that people watch the video before they ask me a question. And I make the videos like I do so that not so many people are just asking me all these questions. I mean, I answered his question and I wasn't pissed off at answering him. Of course, I'm of course fond of answering your questions, but that's just something to note, is all. That being said, I'll end this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Also, lay down more comments and questions, and I'll see you later. Bye.